Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Welcome Liner welcomes you. We're finally here after how many months? 6? 6 months. Last time I streamed this was... Oh shoot, I didn't even set this up correctly, hang on. There we go. Last time I streamed Etrian Odyssey Untold Virtual Remix was all the way back in January, and I planned to get back into it some months later, and then stuff happened. And now here we are. You'll take this request? It's from Lady Pompadaro again. This time she wants a Cullinan, otherwise known as the elusive jewel. I've heard a rumor that you can find it by mining on the 4th stratum. I'd like to see one of those in person myself. Good luck, everyone. Decided to take the request, have you? The client's lover entered the labyrinth by himself and hasn't come back since. Perhaps you've heard of him. The skilled swordsman known as the Rainbow Warrior. He's a good young man who wears a 7-color bandana. Oh, what the heck? Did he already just... Okay. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to move these video files to another drive. At least it stops stuff like this from happening. Alright. We find him in B16F. Got it. The Foray Seeker. Decided to take the request, have you? The client hails from a village far to the west of here, and was found passed down to the plaza from exhaustion. He said that he came here for a turtle shell. Apparently he can't return until he has one. He was really upset about it. Please acquire one for him. The client doesn't know how to go about finding turtles though. You'll have to ask around. Still, just a shell? What would he want it for? And fishing contest. Decided to take a request, have you? The hall received this request from a small village a bit of a ways from Etrian. They want to serve rare fish of the labyrinth during an upcoming ritual. And when you seek rare things, you turn to adventurers. The hall is holding a fishing tournament to fill the order. They want as many adventurers as possible to participate, so they're using the pub to spread the word. If you're so interested, go to B14F. The soldier there will tell you the details. There are going to be a lot of people entering this tournament, so do your best. Talk to the well-dressed man here. You're looking for a turtle shell? That's kind of strange. Oh, sorry, it's not polite to laugh at other people's hobbies, pardon me. So, you want to buy a turtle shell, was that it? Sure, I'll tell you. But I've got a catch. While you're at it, I want you to do something for me. Don't worry, it's right on the way. Nothing hard. If you're willing to accept my quest, I'll give you that information. What do you say? It's a deal, thanks. I'll tell you about my job later, so let's talk about getting you that turtle shell. In case you didn't know, turtles live near water. You'll likely find them in areas full of it. So... 3rd stratum. I'm sure you'll come across some turtle tracks. But turtles of the forest are cautious creatures. They probably won't come out if there's somebody nearby. Here's how to get around that. Turtle feed. Place this food where you think there are turtles. At least one should show up. But there's one more thing to be careful about. Even if you use this food, I don't think one will come out if you're there too. So once you place the food, leave that spot. Get far enough away that you can't see where you put the food. The turtle should come ashore and start eating them. Try attacking it while it's distracted. It's kind of a hassle, but that's the process of luring out a turtle. Now my request. Since you're getting a turtle shell, get me some turtle meat. That's not out of the way or anything, right? Good luck then. I'll be waiting here for the meat. So we go to B13F. At your feet, you see tracks from an aquatic animal crawling on the ground. You recall the quest you accepted to obtain a turtle shell. If you follow the instructions you were given, you should be able to lure the turtles to you. If you remember the steps, you should be able to know what to do next. Set the turtle food down. You place the turtle food on the ground in front of you. Do you remember what to do next? So we step away for a bit. And then the FOE shows up. You return to the spot where you left the food. There is a turtle here, and it is too busy gobbling up the food to notice you. It's quite a large turtle. Fighting it unprepared would be quite reckless. However, you will never complete this request unless you battle the giant turtle. The turtle finally takes notice of you and turns in your direction. You can't run now. You must take up arms and fight. Already we're on a boss, a mini-boss. Okay, Lord Tortoise. HP is 2560, attack 37, defense 33. Its skills are Grinder, using its legs, it deals damage to a party member, and Breaker Spin. Using its arms, it attacks the entire row, and it lowers the defense when hit. It's also weak to fire and volts, but it resists every other element. Oh, good thing we got the Dawn here to help with the fire. Oh yeah, Momoka's also a spellcaster. Thanks to the Grimoires. But yeah, easy stuff. Of course the medic would deal the last hit. After a brutal battle, the turtle finally crashes down, dead. You strip the turtle's body of the shell and delicious turtle meat, placing them in your back. The mission is complete. Now you must return to the pub and turn in the shell in order to get the reward. Once you set foot on B14F, you are immediately greeted by a soldier. Are you adventurers here for the fishing tournament? Let me explain the rules to you. We want you to catch as many fish as you can here on B14F in an 8-hour time limit. If you catch more fish, you rank higher. The guild with the most fish gets an extra prize. Fishing itself isn't difficult. Just take the fishing rod we provide and search in certain locations. Oh, and as a warning, once you start fishing, if you leave this floor or go to town before time ends, you forfeit. So if you're going to fish, stay here and focus on fishing. Oh, and you've got to catch at least one fish, or else we won't consider your guild as having entered. If that happens, you can return to the pub and register for the quest again. I know that was a bit long, but that's everything. If you're going to enter, I'll give you the fishing equipment. Here's your fishing rod. You have 8 hours. Good luck. 8 hours is all I can spare to play with the fishies. Now start searching B14F and catch as many fish as you can. And we basically just gotta examine the areas where we usually found the fish in. First, Arowana. They've caught one fish, meeting the minimum requirements for the quest. Still, there are plenty of fish out there. You can look for more places to fish if you wish. Originally, there was going to be a guild bit scenario. You've caught 3 fish. Though far from championship material, this may be enough to place. You can be satisfied with your results, or you can continue fishing to earn a higher place in the rankings. There was going to be a guild bits accompanying this scenario, but The artists unfortunately went through too many hard times for the past year, so you look around the field, there aren't many guilds that could have caught 5 fish. There may be some skilled anglers among the ranks of the other guilds, though. If you want to defeat these veterans, there is no time to continue fishing, yeah. So the artist didn't get a specific illustration that I wanted done on time. But I'll probably upload it separately to show what's been going on in here in the scenario. With the pace you set, you're confident that no one could have caught more fish than you. All that's left is to return to town and check the results of the competition. Alright, is everyone here? I will now read the names of the winners of the fishing tournament. Number 3, Etrian Knights. Number 2, Rangers of Sanctity. Number 1, Blue Moon. Can I just say that those 2 other guilds cheated by having their full names be up there? We're stuck with only being able to put 9 characters in, 9 letters, and they can bypass that. Anyways, we got first place. Nice. Good job, everyone. I'll give this to the client. Oh yes, I asked him what he needed it for. There's a ceremony in his village. The shell is put in a bonfire. They tell the fortune by the cracks that form. From what he says, it's very accurate. From small things to events centuries in the future. There's more to this world full of mysteries than just a forest, eh? Welcome back, everyone. Wow, first place. Your guild's sure to get some fame from this. But that's a fishing guild, though. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'll collect your catch and the fishing equipment. Here's your reward. Congratulations. Hello there. I see you completed a quest. I'll take the turtle meat as promised. You hand him the turtle meat. Turtle meat is said to have powerful analeptic effects. People are willing to pay a high price for it. If all it costs me to get some is the price of turtle food, I figure that's well worth it. Don't look at me like that. It was a good deal for you too, wasn't it? I'll see you later. We talked to Austin here. If it isn't Blue Moon. I just remembered I forgot to show my appreciation for all the help you've given me. Here, it's not much. Oh, there's no need to worry about it. I only meant that it's not much compared to my life. Hey, you have some time to spare? I have something I want to tell you. You see, I've earned the enmity of a certain person. I may need your help in the near future. My opponent is something of a problem. He's brilliant, but takes pleasure in disrupting public order. For example, the pointless poem. A normal man might disregard this as gibberish, but I see it as pure malice. You see, by taking the first letter from every word, this ridiculous poem becomes something very different. It is an unpleasant method, mocking those who are too addicted to complex reasoning to see through this ruse. Thinking back, that was my first encounter with that fellow. I remember it well. Perhaps I've talked too much. I must be going now. I'm very lucky to have become acquaintances with adventurers like you. I trust that we will meet again. Alright, I guess we're friends. Oh, my apologies. I seem to have been distracted for a moment. Welcome back. What's wrong? Thank you, everyone. I received an order from Master Sheldon to return to Ontario. It would appear they are short-staffed at the moment, and because of my experience, they want me back. He has told me that I may leave Luna in the care of another servant. However, I'm sorry to trouble you with such trifling matters. I shall give it some more thought. Is there anything I can do for you? I shall get it ready immediately. Oh, we gotta deal with the missing detective? Decided to take your request, have you? The detective's gone missing again. I want to think it's another false alarm, but it doesn't feel that way. It seems someone's broken into his room at the inn. The room's a real mess, and there's a stain on the floor that might be blood. This note was found in there. Belief for ultimate return to eventual equilibrium necessitates failure. Such easy comforts only reinforces naivete, escape relief, as existential laziness prevented mental exercise. I have no idea what that means. Have you heard anything that might serve as a hint? Another customer drinking here is trying to figure out what it means, but hasn't had any luck. I'll give you the notes, so why don't you try thinking it through with him? Please find a detective. I hope he's not involved in something dangerous. We're just gonna ignore the guy who deciphers the note for us, but here we are. This is where we need to be on V14F. Talk to the detective? They decide to talk to the detective. Blue Moon, why are you here? Austin takes a defensive stance when you speak. Something seems wrong. You tell him that you accepted another job to search for him. A stern look crosses his face. My room was broken into without any subtlety. You see, Blue Moon, when you accepted this quest, you were given something, weren't you? Show me. You hand on Austin the note. As he reads it, he grimaces. The sink! Look out, everyone! Monsters begin crawling out of the water towards you, as if something is luring them out. You ask what is going on, and the detective yells out bitterly. This note has been covered in a substance that attracts these monsters. I can't believe he would involve innocents. But this isn't the time. The monsters surround you and begin angrily pushing forward. It pains me to involve you in this, but first we must find our way out. The note must have left its scent all over you, as the monsters are increasingly hostile to you. If you wish to survive, there's no choice but to fight. So basically, we gotta go through waves of enemies here. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be over. The detective is right. More monsters approach during your battle. You must continue fighting. You raise your weapons once more and prepare to fight back. I don't remember if I left this on picnic mode. And if I did, that would explain the low amount of damage that the VTubers here have been taking. I mean, I guess I must have. Cowed by your might, the ranks of monsters are beginning to wear thin. Just a little more. Let's do it, Blue Moon. After defeating the final group of monsters, you look around to see the remaining beasts fleeing the area. Even though you have survived this attack, the detective sounds more irritated than ever. My room invaded, a note covered in monster bait, and you coming here. Let me ask you this. Did anyone give you assistance in solving the code in this note? It's very important. Try to remember. You think about the note. You remember that the detective himself talked about similar code in a case he worked on. When you tell Austin this, the detective takes a small breath and falls silent. Sorry, I just remembered a matter I must attend to. You may go home on your own. The detective speaks in an offhand manner, and disappears using an Ariadne thread. His arrogant attitude is less than satisfying, but at least you were able to find him as requested. You should report to the pub the next time you are in town. Well, before we head to town, let's take a look at the fourth stratum. Sandy Barrens. Pathless drifting sand. As usual for Blue Moon, I have already mapped out the area because this is more or less New Game Plus. And here's our first FOE, the Medusa tree. Bring it up here. HP is 3,857. Attack is 41, defense 32. It has fire as its weakness, and absolutely no resistances. Nice. Its skills are Stone Gleam. Using its head, it has a high chance of petrified to one target. And Silent Claw. Using its arms, it deals cut damage to one row with a chance to bind a head. And as you can see here, we're losing pretty badly. Well, we made it. So throughout some areas of the Sandy Barrens, we are actually dealing with actual drifting sand. Meaning that they're one-trip passageways to different ends the moment we step on them. As always, don't hesitate to use a unit's boosts whenever possible. Oh yeah, I think I was trying to get the rare drop in here? I think it's like you have to poison the Medusa tree in order to... Oh, yeah, it is. Kill the Medusa tree with poison damage. I did not kill it with poison damage, so... Don't mind me, I'm just getting lost for no reason. Because I see the map, but also I'm just the kind of person who has to pay attention to the surroundings. Oh yeah, I think I was trying to like get the conditional drop for this one. Except I didn't get it. Wow. I'd probably get it off screen or something. It's kind of funny because as I edit these videos, as you walk through the forest, a wall of trees blocks your progress. The man-made hollow is in the tree before you, waiting to receive something. You remember the stone tablet dropped by an mysterious shadow not long ago. Perhaps it would fit here. You resolve to vet it from Rada Hall storage. Wait, did I skip on ahead? Okay. Yeah, sometimes I'll pay attention whenever I'm editing this. As you walk through the forest, you think you hear someone's voice. You stop and look around, but there is no one in sight. As you start walking again, you notice what appear to be the belongings of an adventurer scattered on the ground. Among them is a dirty-colored bandana. You know, when it comes down to it, panels that transport the player to different areas. That's actually a fun idea for Etrian Odyssey. It's a bit convoluted though. Guess we teleport back? Yeah. Alright, let's turn on the quests. Huh? What are you reporting in? What quest is this? Oh, I've got it here in my ledger. I don't remember posting this job. Oh my. Am I losing my memory? Well, it says what the reward is, so I'll get it for you. Hold on. No, this is strange. It's in a ledger, I have the reward and it's in my handwriting, but I don't remember posting it. Did you really get this quest from me? Get the quest from her? No. Huh? Then who? Excellent insight, Blue Moon. So you have figured out that much. You did give them the quest, but it was not you. Do you see? Well, what's going on? Pardon me for adding to the confusion, but I figured it would be easier to explain if you saw it for yourself. As you can see, disguising oneself as another is a simple matter if you know how. So, why would you disguise yourself as me and give them a quest? Who can say? Perhaps because it looked like fun. Probably something to that extent. Who did this? You're better off not knowing. But it's too late for that. I've involved you too much already. The man who tricked you is named Barodur. He is like the king of criminals. Whenever there was a crime in my country, he was almost always behind it. My entire reason for being in Etrian is because I'm searching for stolen goods that he supposedly hid here. This incident was a warning to me, telling me that I'm getting too close. Is that so? And regrettably, it seems he sees Blue Moon as cooperating with me in my search. It would not be easy to leave here, but he is a man with a long reach and no scruples. There is no safety from him. Until I catch him, I would like to take shelter at your base of operations. You don't mind, do you? Allow us into your mansion? I knew you would agree. I shall make my way to your headquarters right away. Oh, I already know where it is. I've met a lot of egotistical people on this job, but he takes the cake. By the way, do you really think it's that easy to disguise yourself like anybody else? With enough talent, yeah. You think? Don't go getting any ideas now, okay? Alright, let's report this other one. Good work. The labyrinth really can be a frightening place. I feel sorry for the both of them. She'll be so sad to hear it. But doing something as reckless as taking on the labyrinth by yourself is always going to have risks. You all need to be careful too. How's the investigation going? We are still working on deciphering the words on a stone tablet. What? You need a tablet in order to proceed in the labyrinth? Could you wait a moment? I cannot authorize that. You would have to ask the chieftain. Chieftain? Chieftain? It has been a while, members of Blue Moon. Now, you were asking about the stone tablets you brought back last time, correct? We were successful in deciphering part of it. Would you like to hear what it said? The beings you encountered called themselves the Forest Folk. They evolved completely within the forest, and consider it their holy land. They despise humans who enter it. There have been cases in which adventurers went to the depths of the labyrinth, never to return. That must partially be their doing. They would like nothing more than to search the newly discovered depths. But it seems we must prepare for battle against these forest folk if we are to get any further. That is why I have a favor to ask, in exchange for letting you use the stone tablets. I would like you to accept the mission I am about to issue. I will leave the details to my subordinates. I'm counting on you. The new mission. And that is the current situation. I look forward to your decision. Annihilate the forest folk! Oh jeez, the race of forest folk must be eradicated. You'll accept the mission then. Glad to hear it. Well then, the chieftain has told you most of what you need to know. Your task is to infiltrate the 16th floor where the forest folk dwell and exterminate them. Honestly, were it up to me, I'd seek a peaceful resolution first, but Chieftain insists they are a threat, and that my views are too permissive. The Chieftain says that we must protect exploration of the labyrinth, Etrian's livelihood. In which case I have no objections. Chieftain speaks, and Rada follows. Members of Blue Moon, I bid you good luck. Welcome back. Actually, you have a visitor waiting for you. Well, hello, Blue Moon. If you don't mind, I'll be staying here for a while. Don't worry, I've thought of a way to compensate you. Why don't I assist you with your exploration? I'll tell you all about my experiences, which should come in handy. For example, I could teach you how to move fearlessly through areas where monsters spray you with toxic chemicals. Just give me a call if you're interested. I will share my knowledge with you anytime I want. Well, carry on. He's a rather strange man, isn't he? I will inform him of the duties here. If there is anything you would like me to do, don't hesitate to ask for me. So now we got Austin as the guild keeper. You suspect the stone tablet you fetched from Mata Hall might fit here. Try to insert it? As you insert the stone tablets into the tree, a dazzling light engulfs the party. When you regain your sight, you see that a new path is open to you. Alright, and we reached the 17th floor, doorway into the unknown. Now for more quests. You decided to state a request, have you? This comes from Jackson, owner of a high-class restaurant here in town. You've done a job or two for him before, right? This time he wants you to bring him sandfish eyes. You should be able to get some from the sandfish on B17F. Good luck. The chef's demand. This job comes from Jackson, the restaurateur. You've worked for him before, right? This time he wants you to gather ingredients for his ultimate meal. Fans are already drooling over it. I don't know what he's planning to make though. Here's the list of ingredients he wants. 1 each of fish scale, glowbeak, and dried peach tree. It does sound odd, but I wonder what he's going to do with them all. The Gold Enthusiast. Decided to take a request, have you? I was worried about this one. The client is a man everyone knows as the Golden Baron. He wants 5 genuine gold antlers, but no one's been able to find them. But now that you've accepted this job, I'm sure you'll succeed where so many others have failed. By the way, I've seen the Gold Baron walking down the street many times before, but... well, it's not nice to criticize others' taste. But it's like Gilgamesh. Gold armor and all. May I have a little of your time? I would like to talk to you about something. It is about the summons by Master Sheldon for me to return to Ontario. Canada? I've officially turned them down. The mansion is important to me, but Luna is more important to me now. Also, I want to continue supporting all of you in your adventures into the labyrinth. This cordial is to show my thanks to all of you. Please, enjoy. My grandmother said I should make this recipe for only the people I hold dearest to me. Members of Blue Moon, I hope to continue being of service to all of you. Now then, is there anything else you would like me to do? A new prepare option has been added. I did a gold antlers... well, yeah, I did some quests off screen because they were getting too annoying to just put together. Good job, everyone. Yes, a scaled beak and a peach. I just can't imagine what it must be like to have the mind of a chef. But if he can turn that stuff into something delicious, he's got to be a good cook, right? Still, if you ordered some food and you saw a big old peak poking out at you, would you still be hungry? No comments. I just don't want to think about it. Welcome back, everyone. So this is a gold antler. It is very pretty. But I will probably refrain from displaying that in my house, wouldn't you? Thank you for taking that job. Here's a reward. All around you in the withered forest are rare trees that would be valuable as lumber. If you were to convert this place into a worksite and bring carpenters here, it may help the town's growth. You come to a dead end of the desolate wasteland, where something clearly amiss catches your eye. The remnants of a fire abandoned by someone are here on the ground. And yet very few have ever been this deep in the labyrinth. Who besides you could have left this fire? You wonder if you might find clues to the mystery nearby. You deem it not worth investigating and return to your journey. That just leads to a battle. As you pass through the withered grass, a girl appears before you. With a stern glare, she speaks to you in harsh tones. Thou who overcame Coral Tangrel, I could see thy strength, but for what purpose art thou here? Has man forgotten the terms of the pact with the forest folk, which forbid entry here? Despite the girl's civil words, her expression is one of pure contempt. You ponder several methods of response to her question. Ask about the pact. Is the ancient pact forgotten? Girl sighs crossly, disdain for you evidence in her gaze. Mayhap thou wants reminding. I shall tell thee, if thou agree to quit this place afterward. She continues in this manner, her strange harsh speech counter to her innocent appearance. In ancient times, the forest was born from the world tree, and we folk were born with it. Mankind, living outside the sacred grounds, was entranced by its beauty and entered here. In the ensuing holy war against man, we lost many. Thus, our people formed a pact. Man would stay in the sealed land, and we would withdraw forever to our sacred ground. Never would our two races again meet, for fair or foul. That is the pact of which I speak, that thou violate with thy presence here. The girl points at you accusingly. Thou shalt plead ignorance no longer. Proceed further into the forest at thine own peril. With this, the girl flees into the forest so quickly that she appears to vanish instantly. Could her words be true? Must go to Rada Hall to see the truth behind them. nature's boundless horizon. Welcome, and how goes the investigation of Labyrinth's fourth stratum? What? You met a girl of the forest folk. A pact between the humans and the forest folk. An ancient promise. I feel that in the Labyrinth's depths lies something that has been lost to antiquity. With your help, I hope to find what that may be. The chieftain, though? Honestly, I haven't any notion of what he is thinking. He has been calling in his two pet adventurers more frequently of late. Perhaps we should speak to him about this together. I've read your report. It seems your investigation is going smoothly. It says here you've met the forest folk, and they assert that the forest is theirs. By dint of an ancient pact, there seems to be no mistaking your claim. Regardless, if we accede to this, Etrian will have no source of livelihood. The Labyrinth and the explorers it attracts, they are the backbone of this town. We cannot lose that because of a long-forgotten promise to these forest creatures. Adventurers, terms of the mission stand. Exterminate the forest folk at all costs, for Etrian's sake. Their very existence, it is a threat and must be removed. Did you finish discussing things with the chieftain? He seems quite insistent on the matter. He won't brook any discussion on what to do. They may look human, but you will have to remember in battle that they are not. I understand your reluctance, but you are the only ones we can rely on. This will be a hard-fought battle. I wish you luck. I wonder, why won't the chieftain send his two favorites to do the job? Huh, why not? So, they've reached the forest folks' home. No adventurer has yet entered there. The Blue Moon Guild. Something must be done about them. Forest folk destroyed them, all to the good. But if the ancient ones fall, we may require specialists. Even then, Blue Moon's curiosity may overcome even those warriors. In which case they will learn the secrets of the labyrinth. What foolishness. Even if the mystery is solved, nothing will change. None will profit from such a thing. Ooh, spooky. New quests? New quests. Under construction. Decided to take a request, have you? The shop was put up by the Carpenters Guild, the group that handles the construction of the town's buildings. They need materials in a hurry so they can make decorations for a new house they're finishing up. They want you to get 3 hard shards and 5 steel chips. Good luck, everyone. Ivory Princess's Dream. Decided to take a request, have you? Do you all know of the Ivory Princess? She's the heiress of a rich family, as well as beautiful and kind. A lot of girls in town look up to her. But she hasn't been able to get any sleep recently. Apparently she's been having a recurring nightmare. Her father can't bear to see his daughter suffer any longer, so he posted his job. He said that an adventurer would know how to help her sleep. His butler is here in a pub. Why don't you talk to him? Hard-working carpenter? What are you, adventurers? I'm the master carpenter of the Carpenters Guild, but right now we're critically short on lumber. You would think there would be a tree we could cut up for timber, just sitting around somewhere, right? Ah, well. Tell them the location of the timber? There's wood there? Alright, I'll go have a look. It was exactly as you said. There are plenty of trees we can use for timber. But when we tried cutting one down, a scary tree monster attacked us. We won't be working while it's there. So, I put up a new job here in the pub. If you're in the mood for some amateur lumberjacking, try it out. And the butler? Are you Blue Moon? I cannot thank you enough for accepting Master's job. The young mistress has had little sleep for such a long time. At this rate, she will be the waking beauty. We have heard rumors that some adventurers can carry out amazing feats with nothing more than words. I believe one of them is torpor. If it can bring a monster to slumber, surely it will be an effective lullaby. Ahem. Please forget I suggested that. At any rate, if anyone in your guild knows of such techniques, please send that person to our house. Of course, if you know an even more powerful method, we would certainly be willing to try it. Please do something for the young mistress. By the way, is the pure-looking miss over there an acquaintance of yours? Is it just me, or does she appear to be particularly fidgety in looking this way quite often? Your maiden. I heard from a hostess. You're the ones who took on the quest to save the Ivory Princess? Ah, but I know of a good sleep potion. If you can bring me 5 pure roots from the 4th stratum, I can promise you she'll sleep like a stone. If you can get me those ingredients, I will blend them together for you. Please gather them for me. Oh, work stoppage. Decided to take the request, have you? One of the great mysteries of the forest is why the further down you go, the better quality items you can find. Recently, though, the workers of the Carpenters Guild have been having trouble finding quality wood. But I've heard you found a place where you could get timber on B17F. That information alone is worth a reward, but it seems more monsters are keeping them from harvesting any there. The Master Carpenter is here drinking, so talk to him about it before you go rowing down there. Oh, so you took my offer? Thanks. Now to business, eh? There are 3 spots on B17F with trees. Monsters are at all 3 of them. I want you to kill them all. Here's where you can find them. You'll be up against some mighty powerful tree monsters. Make sure you're ready to fight them. You obtain a cullinan that had been requested by Lady Pompadaro. Take it to the pub to finish the quest. You stand before the timber harvesting sites when suddenly you feel a malicious presence behind you. It must be the tree monster the Master Carpenter spoke of. There is no time for fear. Draw your weapon and attack! You basically need to fight 3 Medusa trees. 1 for each lumber spot. As usual, watch out for the petrification effects as well as the head binds it inflicts. Honestly, there's really not much else to say about this, since I already fought this half a week. Oh, come on, Sano. I know you can aim a lot better. Oh well. After an onslaught of attacks, monster falls to the ground and stops. This area should now be safe. However, There are 2 more places where tree monsters appear. To complete the quest, you must visit these places. And once we get to all of them, and that's that. All 3 Medusa's trees gone. You have defeated all the monsters that terrorize all 3 locations. Return to the pub to report your victory. Good job, everyone. So the ores in a labyrinth can sometimes turn into beautiful diamonds, huh? Well, I know the lady will be happy to see this. Thank you. Good work, everyone. The carpenters were just in here celebrating that they could finally get the timber safely. Let's hope they wait until tomorrow before they go out and try cutting any trees down. Still, they only knew about the place because of your earlier work, right? Life's funny sometimes. You remember the quest you accepted to help a girl sleep without nightmares. With a Hexa in your party, you can complete the quest. Yeah, so the Ivory Princess dream. So you can bring a Hexer along who knows Torpor Curse. Or you can just get the Pure Maiden to brew a special potion. But you found a method to bring slumber to our young mistress. Did you find a method? This person can help? Allow me to escort you to her home. I am impressed. The young Mistress Silence came crashing down when Momoka spoke. I gotta show this to her when I get the chance. Because there's no way she can actually sing a lullaby. Not too easily, at least. If you ever need help, feel free to ask us. Now I am finally free from having to seek every night. Great work, everybody. I wonder how he plans to repair it. Anyway, keep up the good work. Good work, everyone. Were they heavy? I'll handle it from here. Of course, I'm not delivering them. They're going to pick all this up from here. Good work, everyone. Everyone from the house was so ecstatic. They even thanked me for introducing you to them. I hope the Ivory Princess can get some sleep without her nightmares now. If you got to dream, you might as well be good dreams, don't you agree? Nature's Boundless Horizon, B18F. A vast area opens before you as you climb down the steep slope. While you marvel at how the labyrinth could be so spacious, figures appear before you. It's been some time, explorers. How fare you? The warrior woman Ren speaks to you abruptly. Beside her is a constant companion, the flame-haired Zlatka. It seems the pair has been waiting for you here. Ren takes a slow look around the vast forest behind her before speaking. We heard from Narada that you've come to deal with the forest folk. Is this true? The question has a doubtful undercurrent, as if the Ronin is unsure of your skill. The forest folk are guarded by many powerful monsters that dwell on this floor. Furthermore, it is all too easy to lose your bearings if you walk about aimlessly. Somewhere along the walls, though, is a secret passage. If you find it, it will lead you to stairs that take you below. Forest monsters will do their utmost to prevent that. Proceed with caution. Ren sighs, as one would when completing an odious task. That is all. We leave the rest to your skills. Two of them stand aside, allowing you to pass. If you're prepared, continue forth. As you continue onward, a pair of adventurers gazes at your party from afar. Forest folk and a horde of monsters. They make it through them to the depths. Ren gives a silent glass to a girl beside her, who nods and speaks quietly. That's why we're here, isn't it? For the sake of both the labyrinth and the town. The two of them fall silent and disappear into the forest. As you walk through the withered forest, you see a small shadow floating up ahead. You are unable to tell what it is from here. After some time, the shadow vanishes from your sight. You consider giving chase. When you stand where the mysterious shadow was, you find traces of something that seems to have dripped from above. Water droplets continue east. You consider following them in order to get to the bottom of this enigma. Your pursuit of the trail of the mysterious droplets leads you to a tree. A steady trickle of sap is flowing from the tree. Merely smelling its sweet scent makes your mouth water. The mysterious shadow you saw must have been another who was after this tree's delectable sap. You give thanks for your good fortune in finding this tree, and decide to collect some sap for later. Sap wine times 2. And now we come across a peculiar FOE. The World Bud. This is what gives us one of the accessories. A special accessory. Inside the vast forest, you find a small secret passage at what seems like a dead end. It seems the monsters the girl spoke of are beyond here. Decide this would be a good place to prepare before continuing down the path. The way forward waits silently and patiently for you to continue forth. Oh shoot, I forgot to get the information ready. Whoops. I believe this would be Forest Demon. Yeah. Okay, HP is 5,000, attack 45, defense 36. No weaknesses and resists all elements. Its skills are Volt Shot, using its head, deals volt damage to one target on the front line, and it also pierces through lines, hitting a party member in the back line. Firestorm, using its head, deals fire damage to the entire party. And Death Stare, using its head, it attempts to insta-kill a single target. It's one of the more annoying FOEs. Finding its head is definitely a necessity. guess aside from that, you can also try blinding it. But I don't know if Death Stare is affected by blind, so... Well, we got it. Either headbind it or afflict it with panic if you can. And there's the Forest Ogre. HP is 5500, attack is 48, defense 37. No weaknesses, but it resists physical attacks. Its skills are Evil Cry. Using its head, it increases the user's attack. Flash. Using its legs, it damages a party member and pierces to the back row. And Heavy Shoulder. Using its legs for some reason, it damages an entire row. I would have thought it just used the arm instead, so arm body would have been effective, right? But I guess not. I think it was either the third or the fourth strata, where enemies start to get progressively more resilient against status effects and binds. Kind of a hassle. And that one's dead. Excursion into Despair, B19F. Oh, Gilbits. I just gotta mute myself for this one. Alright, we're back. And we're ready to take on more quests. Medicine Woman 1. The young medicine maker needs bird tendon to mix a new potion. The limbs of the huge moa have been prized for their medicinal properties for ages. Help her develop her new medicine. Good luck. In a dense wall of trees before you stands a hole that would scarcely admit a person. You peer at it, but nothing happens. Oh, another FOE. This would be a Diabolics. Yep, it's Diabolics. I got it right. Alright, Diabolics. HP 4300, Attack 42, Defense 32. No weaknesses or resistances. Its skills are Bind Head. Using its arms, it deals cut damage to a party member and may cause head bind. And Curse. Using its head, it may curse the entire party. This, along with one other FOE that we'll encounter very soon, are among some of the most dangerous to run into. You got this, everyone. Let's go. Nice. That's a Diabolics. Upon reaching a dead end of forest, you notice something curious on the ground. You pick it up and inspect it, finding that it is in fact an eggshell. What's more, there are countless others scattered about. The evidence seems to point to a bird's nest somewhere nearby. If the birds happen to be at home, then you could be in great danger. But if not, this may be an opportunity to come away with an invaluable prize. You must decide on the best course of action here. Fully cognizant of the dangers, you elect to search for a nest regardless, and stick your face into the nearby thicket. Just as you expected, you find many birds' nests here, painstakingly built from branches and twigs. You look into the nest to see if there is anything worth taking, but oddly there is not a single intact egg here. At first, you wonder if the nest was abandoned, but looking closer, you can see that Marauder has been here. You deduce that only that much before sensing a terrifying presence behind you. You whirl with dread to face it. Before you is a giant bird. You doubt there is any chance of escaping a beast so savage as to attack its own kind. You draw your weapons to meet the bird's charge. And just regular enemies here. And that's that. Alright, and here's our next FOE. Cruella. HP is 4300, attack 42, defense 32. No weaknesses or resistances. Its skills are Bind Arms. Using its arms, it deals cut damage to a party member and may cause arm bind. And Siren Song. Using its head, it may inflict panic on the entire party. I'll land next skill, Blinding Slap, so that would be very useful. If it was actually capable of dealing the effects properly. Triple Charge would have worked out if it also didn't raise the attack, not the attack, the accuracy as well. But it is what it is, I guess. You obtain the bird tendon requested by the medicine woman. Take it to the pub to complete the quest. Good job, everyone. You did very well. I'm sure she'll make something great using this. It'd be nice if this medicine turned out to be something to help you adventurers. If she succeeds in developing it, that is. Medicine Woman 2. The young medicine woman is looking for a particular mushroom to grow in a potion, Cordyceps. It's a rare fungus that can only be found deep in the labyrinth, so she can't collect it herself. Good luck then. Isn't it the same kind of fungus that, like, causes issues? Isn't it the reason behind The Last of Us? Good job, everyone. Is this a mushroom? It's a very strange looking thing. It grows from an insect? I pray I never have to use that medicine. Medicine Woman 3. Alrighty. A young medicine maker has created a potion that reverses petrification. Or so she thinks. She posted this job to find out if it actually works. She wants you to bring her an adventurer who has been petrified. I've heard that there's a monster on B19F that uses a petrification skill. I know it just feels wrong to get one of your party members petrified on purpose, but it's for a good cause. Good luck. As you walk between the withered trees, you come across a place that seems a bit different than the rest of the floor. The ground here is covered with so many dead leaves that you cannot see the earth beneath them. It occurs to you that the thick carpet of fallen leaves couldn't make for a fine place to rest. Sit down and rest, or lie down and rest? Well, I guess we found out with lie down and rest, right? We found out with sit down and rest in Red Sun, so... Takashi is the first to try lying on leaves. But all of a sudden, you are startled to see Takashi disappear. You search, wondering what could have happened to Takashi, and find him groaning at the bottom of a pit. It seems he fell into a hole that had been covered by the ocean of dry leaves. Ooh. Ow. Takashi lost 50 HP! You help Takashi out and curse your recklessness in attempting to lie down for a rest in such a malicious forest. Alright, we got Yoro petrified. All for the cause of a quest. You remember the quest you accepted at the pub, to test out an anti-petrification potion. One of your party members has been petrified. You can return to the pub and fulfill this quest if you wish. If you wish to complete this quest, do not heal the status ailments before you return to the pub. A cure for petrification, huh? Oh my! I know it's for the quest, but I'm still sorry you had to do this. Let's try the client's potion. The petrification isn't reversing. I don't think this potion works. I'm sorry about this, but failure is always the best teacher. Don't get angry at hurt, okay? Here's your reward. Hurry up and get that healed. And like that, we made it to B20F. Gold wings for the pilgrims. As soon as you step onto the 20th floor, you feel extremely strong threats from all sides. Now the forest folk finally marshal their forces against you. As you consider this prospect, the humanoid girl appears once again. Thou hast violated the pact, slaughtered the forest folk. What reason could you have? The girl makes this harsh demand before spreading her arms and crying out. Your own kind desires your death, and still your onslaught into the forest continues. You are struck by the forest girl's strange words. What does she mean by those that wish for your death? But before you can ask, the girl points into the forest. Come, let's ascend this once and for all. Thou bests our strongest fighters and our guardian bird, then we shall concede defeat. With that, the girl disappears before you. You wonder if you should return to town or pursue the girl immediately. You push through the trees into another room, inside which you can see a figure waiting for you. When the forest girl notices you, she nods before speaking. Thou hast come, trespassers from the sealed lands. Here is where thy lives shall end. Our gods shall pass judgment upon thee. The forest girl then raises her hands to the heavens and begins to chant in a strange tongue. Its sound is similar, yet alien, and as if in response to the chant, a golden light envelops the forest girl. Her face twisted with pain, she speaks to you one last time. Behold, the power granted to the leaders of the forest tribe. Guardian bird Oro Penelep, Upala summons thee. It's Giant Chicken! A blinding light radiates from the forest girl's body and a golden shining bird appears. This can only be the forest folk's guardian bird that the girl summoned with the last of her strength. You grasp your weapon, left with no choice but to fight. The Mega Ultra Chicken! And of course once you step in, everyone spots you, so... So here's the thing. The FOEs respawn if you get spotted, or if you try to return to the floor. So we're going to take out at least one person here. Well, we're taking out two for this run. But basically what you want to do is, you want to access this side of the room. Yeah, it's basically this side where you have to want to make use of the most. The Forest Ogres here, they barely do much in terms of stats effects, and they're somewhat weaker compared to the Diabolics and Cruella FOEs. Simple stuff. We do not want to get spotted by the boss, so we're just kind of hiding here. Make use of that corner, and then initiates a preemptive strike. Iwa Oro Penalep. HP is 14,400. Attack is 48, defense is 40. Weak against ice, and resists fire and volt. 6 skills. Thunder Wing. Using its arms, it deals heavy volt damage to the entire party and may paralyze. Grip. Using its legs, it may bind a party member's head, arms, or legs. Pinion Spear. Using its arms, it attacks random targets 4 to 5 times for medium damage, but with low accuracy. Chaos Bringer. Using its head, it damages a party member and splashes to adjacent party members, and may cause panic. Panic? Confusion? I don't get it. Deathbringer. Using its head, it damages a party member and splashes to adjacent party members. May petrify. And Wind Breath. Using its arms, it damages to the entire party and may stun. Shock Fantasia will be of help here. We want to make sure that our party doesn't take too much damage from the Volt attacks. Blinding It is also a good option. And you should try going to bind most of its party parts as much as you can. It didn't take long. When you defeat the Golden Guardian Bird, its light feebly falters and it falls to the ground. You have at last vanquished the Forest Folk and their Guardian Bird. As you rest from your struggle with the powerful Guardian, Forest Girl appears before you again. Never had it entered my mind that thou might best Irohoro Penalep, my people's Guardian Bird. Forest Girl's voice as she speaks is barely above a whisper. With her mightiest warriors lost and bereft of her Guardian Bird, the Forest Girl has no recourse left. She lifts her sad gaze to you as she continues speaking. All is lost. There's naught I can do to stop you. If thou should wish to go further into the forest, then go. Small room on the north of this floor. Thou shalt find the stairs that lead below. Thou may only get there by means of a hidden passage on a forest wall. Having said her piece, the girl begins to walk away slowly. "Farewell, man," she calls. "Stripped of my duty and my kinsmen, I have no means left to stop you." And with that, the forest girl vanishes into the forest. You have completed the mission from Rada Hall. You're free now to search for the small room the forest girl spoke of, or to regroup back in Etria. Well, let's return. It seems you've been thorough in exterminating the forest folk. Well done. The other guilds will find it going easier now that the disruption is no more. You will soon challenge the 5th stratum, which none before have ever reached. You are on the cusp of the labyrinth's mysteries. We of the Rada expect much of you. This isn't much, but I've prepared a reward in honor of your distinguished service. Go on, you deserve it. Run by. Did you happen to see the chieftain in the labyrinth? You see, the chieftain has disappeared. A secretary last heard him muttering about heading to the forest depths. Perhaps he wished to see the labyrinth's secrets for himself. But his absence is making the citizenry anxious. You are soon to begin your investigation of the lower stratum, yes? If you happen to find a chieftain, please ask him to return on our behalf. I only hope that he's safe. What could he be doing in the labyrinth? Well, let's find out. The next floor. Fifth stratum, Lost Shinjuku. A bounty of relics. As you step down into the next stratum, strange and wonderful buildings fill your sight. The vast underground is strewn with these unknown structures. You look about you in speechless awe. What could these ruins mean? Taking care with every step, you cautiously continue onward. A geomagnetic pole here. An FOE over there, but let's not pay attention to it for now. Treading through the ancient ruins, you see a large tree bridging two buildings. The outdoor landscape of lush greens and open sky calms your weary soul. Before you can relax, you'll feel a powerful threat nearby. You strain to see two figures standing in the center of the bridge, blocking your path. If you go to meet them, you're sure to face an unprecedentedly fierce battle. You glance behind you at the way leading back to town. You must be certain you are ready to face whatever lies in wait. You gaze down the path connecting the ancient ruins. Standing in the center of the long path are two figures. As they approach, you can see that they are the adventurers Ren and Tlako. You've come all this way, but this place was never meant for humans. The warrior woman Ren speaks, almost an almost sorrowful expression on her normally severe face. Etria depends on a constant stream of adventurers exploring the labyrinth. You know this. The town only prospers from the people burning to discover the labyrinth's secrets. Do you understand now? No one must be allowed to actually solve the forest's mysteries. Curiosity is welcome up to a point. Those who learn are too much are troublesome. Thus, the Rada has charged us with eliminating you before you learn the truth of Yggdrasil. With this, Ren slowly draws her katana and adopts a fighting stance. We bear no grudge against you, but neither can we allow you to pass. The flame-haired Tlaka moves beside her, quietly supporting her companion. I'll do everything I can to stop you. It's what Ren wants. The confrontation with two determined women before you is now inevitable. Seeing this, you must use your weapons and stand ready for battle. Uh-oh. Alright, Ren and Tlaka. I gotta open 2 tabs here, oh jeez. Alright, Ren. HP is 8500, attack 56, defense 36. Weak against fire and resists all physical attacks. And immune to ice attacks. Great. Her skills are drawing stance, using its arm to decreases Ren's speed and evasion for 5 turns. While it's active, she will be able to use Frigid Slash and Beheading Cut. Frigid Slash, using its arm, it deals heavy ice damage to the entire party. Requires drawing stats to be active, or Slantwise Cut to have been used the previous turn. Beheading Cut, using her arms, she deals moderate cut damage to a single target and may inflict instant death on them. Requires drawing stance or Slantwise Cut to be used. Slantwise Cut, using her legs, she deals moderate cut damage to random targets and hits 4 to 6 times. And Brett, using her head, she recovers 1500 HP for her and Tlaka. Now for Tlaka's stats, she has 7000 HP, attack is 49, defense 35. She resists all elements, but is weak against all physical attacks. She also resists a number of status effects too, it seems. Her skills are Sapping Curse, lowers the attack power of the entire party for 3 turns, Cranial Curse, Head Binding skill that targets the entire party, Abdomen Curse, Arm Binding skill that targets the entire party, and Chaos Curse. Inflicts random status ailments on the entire party. And Revenge Curse. Deals damage to a single target. And its power increases as her HP gets lower. In case if you can't tell, they're both Ronins and Hexers. They're both Ronin and Hexer. But for a lot of reasons, they have access to skills that we do not have access to, so... I usually want to take out Ren first, because she's the one capable of healing herself and Tlaka. And she also does instant kills as well. Plus, Tlaka has the Revenge Curse. which pretty much deals more damage the more her HP goes down, so you don't want to risk that in the middle of the battle. Like that. And like that, we got her. Though the women's sword skills and hexes were fierce, you have emerged victorious. Ren and Slaka have collapsed to the floor, exhausted. Faisal, we failed. These explorers are beyond our strength. Ren mutters sadly to herself. We are beaten, adventurers. Continue forth. We will stand in your way no longer. Faisal will be waiting for your arrival at the deepest floor. Hear from him there the truth of the labyrinth, the forest folk, and our mission. I trust that you can make it there. Saying this, the two seem more beaten than before, letting their bodies droop to the floor. Though winded, they continue to speak. Go, adventurers, and worry no more about us. Take this and proceed onward. Ren hands you a small piece of metal. Art key. Keep walking the road you believe to be true. Your destination still lies ahead. Raising their battered bodies, the two women support one another as they walk off. It seems the labyrinth's end is drawing near. With new determination, you press on. And that is that. Ooh. It's good to be back in Etrian Odyssey. Alright, I would say a lot more. But let's see. I'd rather not say too much because we're still like only halfway through the series. We got the 5th and 6th stratums of both Red Sun and Blue Moon to complete. And we also have the story mode dungeon that we need to clear, which I'll likely either I'll likely live stream that or do something else with it. I don't know. Okay, I will see. I think she said she was going to be up. Yes, she is. Okay. Why not go say hi to Phoebe when we can? Okay, let me roll out the credits. I will. Oh wow, the spam bot came in at a late time apparently. Okay, that's a good time to just quit. Next will be Red Sun episode 5, and then Blue Moon episode 5. Don't know when I'll be able to get them ready, but I hope I'll get them soon. Now that I have a bit more motivation to work on this. Alright, see you guys some other time. I don't know what the schedule for next week will be like, but we'll get there when we get there. I do know it's going to be at least Mega Man X4 and Honkai Star Rail plus Emerald. And maybe Splatoon or Azure Striker Gunvolt, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, this has been Walking Liner. Until next time. Good.